All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, all glory to YAHAWAH, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham qadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth according to the Bible through the spirit and power of YAHAWAH, bahasham, Yahawashi. And a sincere peace and salutation to all you hopefully let I get out there, pushing this word in all truth and sincerity, doing the work as YAHAWAH, bahasham, Yahawashi has created us to do, so he can wake up and seal the elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, and you Israelites who are scattered amongst the heathen nations that may look like the heathen nations, but your father's seed line goes back to you being a so-called black, Hispanic, or Native American, one of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. And Shalom. It's your brother Halak from the GMS Denver camp, coming back once again through the spirit and power of YAHAWAH, bahasham, Yahawashi, with another video. And this time is going. This video is going to be inspired by a couple of things. You had some brothers talking in the group chat yesterday about standing firm unto the end and how we're coming into the time of trouble, and just keeping our integrity and not being worried about what Esau doing, but having faith in the Lord. Then you also had another brother from Orlando. He made a video that I watched last night, which is we have to be I can't remember the name of the video, but he was going into faith. How we have to have unlimited faith or something along those lines. But it was a beautiful video, and I actually did this video, what I'm about to go into last night. I actually did it last night, but I didn't turn on the microphone, so it's just I didn't get any sound on it. But now I'm coming back through the spirit of Yahawashi to do it once again, because that was all the spirit, man. Because at the end of the day, yeah, Esau about to move, he about to roll. And we've been preparing our minds for these things, man. And what comforts us is this word. And the Lord told us, man, not to fear. You see, because at the end of the day, all we have done was speak the words of YAHAWAH, bahasham, Yahawashi, and the world feels some type of way about that, especially Esau, Edom, the wicked the Bible speaks of. All we have done was speak what the Heavenly Father's intents and purposes are for the earth. And now, since we've done this through the spirit and power of Yahawaah, bahasham, Yahawashi, this man wants to murder us, man. But as we know, and as it is written, the Most High always defended us from our enemies when we was on the same accord with him and his only begotten son, man. And the same thing is going to happen now in these last times on an even greater level than it did in times past. So we're going to start here in Isaiah 41:8. It says, "But thou, Israel, art my servant, Jacob whom I have chosen, the seed of Abraham my friend." You see that we are a special people unto the Lord, man. Especially those who are of the household of faith, man. Those who have been blessed with the gift of faith to believe upon the only begotten son, Yahawashi. You see, we are very special unto the Lord, man. Doesn't it tell you that the Most High has care for his elect? And that's the true believers. We are the Most High servants doing his bidding on the earth, man. Doing what we were created to do, and that's to what? Confess and testify this word, man, on behalf of YAHAWAH, bahasham, Yahawashi. Verse 9 says what? "Thou whom I have taken from the ends of the earth, and called thee from the chief men thereof, and said unto thee, Thou art my servant, I have chosen thee, and not cast thee away." You see that? Because these heathen want to push this narrative in the earth as if the Most High has just forgotten about us, man. And that's a damn lie, because at the end of the day, just like the Most High prophesied, we're standing upon our feet in these last days, coming back unto him through our faith in Yahawashi, man. That proves that the Most High hasn't forsaken us. We're evidence of that, man. Coming back into the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of who the Heavenly Father is, who the only begotten Son is, and who we are. That shows that the Most High hasn't cast us away, man. That we are still the Most High's chosen people, or special people. You see? But the heathen will say otherwise, man, and they are wrong. Verse 10 says what? "Fear thou not, for I am with thee, and be not dismayed, for I am thy power. I will strengthen thee, yeah, I will help thee, yeah, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness." So this is a commandment from the Most High, man, for us not to fear. Everything that Esau is about to do, he has to do it because the Most High said he would do it. It's prophecy, man. We're not to fear when they start to demonize us, because we know all we've done is what the Most High has told us to do. When they start to call us terrorists and put us on the news and paint this crazy ass picture of us as if we're some type of psychos or whatever, don't worry about that shit, man. You see, Yahawashi told us that if we were of the world will love his own. But since we're not of the world, and he has taken us out of the world hates us, man. And it's all because what? We're walking in the spirit of Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi, man. Calling this place out for the madness and all the wickedness that goes on here. Don't it tell you that they hate of him that reproveth in the gate? You see? So the Most High is telling us what? Don't be dismayed. He's going to strengthen us, man. Oh, and that's another one. Let's see if it's still here. Like I said, I went into this lesson last night. Yup. So all the precepts should be still saved. This is Psalms 31 and 23. Because at the end of the day, this is not of us, man. We ain't trying to act like we're so tough, this, that, and the other, man, because we know that without Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi, we are nothing, and our history proves that. That when the Most High takes his hedge away from the Israelites, bro, we are completely beat down by the heathen, man. Inferior nations unto us. That shows you that the strength that we have as Israelites is not of us, man. It's all of Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi. And for us to make it through this time of trouble, it's going to be of who? Yahawashi giving us that strength to continue on and endure. And we have faith in that, man. This is Psalms 31 and 23 says what? Oh Lord, Yahawah. Oh, love Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi, all ye his saints. And who are the saints? Those that have made a covenant with the Most High by sacrifice, the Israelites. And it begins with the true believers, the remnant, the elect of Israel, man. For Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi preserveth the faithful. You see? Those who continue on the path, man. Those who don't put down the plow. Those who are what? Running the race to finish it, man. Those are the faithful. And the Most High is going to preserve them, man. And plentifully rewardeth the proud doer. And that goes into what? The wicked of our people who are what? Walking in the spirit of rebellion, following after Esau punk ass, man. They're going to be rewarded for the fruits of their wicked labor, as it tells you in Proverbs chapter 1. Verse 24 says what? Be of good courage, and he shall strengthen your heart. That's what we have to be, man. We have to go into these days in the spirit of courage. And in these when Esau is preparing to come up against us, we have to have courage, man. Knowing and having faith that what? Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi is going to defend us as he has promised. And if we're walking in that spirit of faith, you see, it says what? And he shall strengthen your heart, which is our mind, man. He's going to strengthen our mind to overcome and endure all things that may come up against us, man. You see? Psalms 31 and 24, be of good courage, and he shall strengthen your heart. All ye that hope in Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi. Now, hope goes into what? Faith. So all of us that have hope, man, we have to be of good courage, and the Most High is going to strengthen our hearts, man. He's going to strengthen our mind to endure and to overcome and not be faith. Now you're gonna have some feelings in the flesh. The flesh is gonna act up. Yahawashi, he was in the flesh, and he was a prime example of what? The spirit indeed being willing, but the flesh being weak, because he had his hour of temptation, and it was so heavy upon him that he was sweating blood, man. So that shows us that we're gonna have some type of nervousness about the situations that are going on around us. But at the end of the day, just like the angels came and ministered unto Yahawashi, we continue to be faithful and have that courage and believe that Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi is going to defend us and save us as he's promised. The angels are going to minister unto us as well and strengthen our minds to overcome and endure. Because at the end of the day, it's not of us, man. You see, we're not built like that without Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi. So going back to Isaiah 14 and 10, it says what? Fear thou not, for I am with thee. That's the Most High is telling us, man. Don't fear, he's with us, man. Be not dismayed, for I am thy power. I will strengthen thee, yeah. I will help thee, yeah. I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness, which is who? Our Lord Yahawashi. And I want to get this in the NLT as well. Oh, it's the wrong one. Isaiah 41:10 in the NLT, it says, don't be afraid, for I am with you. You have to move in that spirit of faith to believe that, man. You have to believe that Yahweh bahasham Yahawashi is with you. Because if not, as it tells you in Ecclesiastes chapter 2, you're not going to be defended because you don't believe, man. So this is a must, that we believe in these words right here. Don't be discouraged, for I am your power. I will strengthen you and help you. I will hold you up with my victorious right hand. Wow. You see that? Which is who? The Lord Yahawashi, man. That's how we're going to be upheld in these last days, in these times of trouble. The NIV says what? So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your power. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with the right hand of my righteousness. And now, is the Most High lying? No, we have many accounts of the Most High helping us in the times of our troubles, man. We have many accounts of the Most High saving us from the hands of our enemies by way of miraculous works and wonders, man. How much more in this last time, when this is the last time he will ever have to save us? It's going to be even greater than what he's done in times past, man. We just have to have that faith. The just shall live by faith, man. That's what we have to do. Verse 11 says what? Behold, all they that were incensed against thee shall be ashamed and confounded. They shall be as nothing. They that strive with thee shall perish. Do you hear that? Now, who is incensed against us? Esau, Edom, chiefly. They're the ones who are concocting these plans behind the scenes to come up against us, man. But the Most High is saying what? They're going to be ashamed and confounded when they do so. They are going to be ashamed and confounded, man. That's what the Most High said is going to happen to our enemies that rise up against us. It says what? They shall be as nothing, and they that strive with thee shall perish. That's what's going to happen to all of our enemies in these last days, man. So yeah, it's going to get crazy. It's going to get hit. It's going to get chaotic. You're going to have feelings of nervousness, man. You're in the flesh. We men. But the Most High is going to handle it, man. He promised to do so. I can't believe nothing else other than what's written, man. If the Most High said that this is what's going to happen again when our enemies come, that's what the fuck is going to happen, man. So to hell with Esau and all the shit that he planning to do. Let this motherfucker come with it. We trying to get the fuck up out of here. This is the only way for us to get to the kingdom, man. Acts 14:22. We have to go through this tribulation so the Most High can work the miracles on our behalf, man. So he can be glorified in the earth. This is a must. This must happen. And Lord willing, he keeps that same fire in me when all hell breaks loose, man. I don't want to be one of those men that's all rah-rah. Then when the time comes, you get cold feet, man. And I pray that none of us are like that, man. I pray that the Most High allows us to be even more fervent when shit goes down, man. You see? And allow us to have that limitless faith, man. That was the name of the video right there. That was the name of that brother's video. Limitless faith, man. That's what we need to have, man. But wholly believing in everything and all the accounts the Most High had the prophets write aforetime, man. And like the Apostle Paul says, what? The things that are written aforetime are written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort might have hope. You see? So this is Isaiah 41:11, and the NLT it says what? See, all your angry enemies lie there, confused and humiliated. And who is the chief angry enemy, man? Esau, Edom. He gonna be confused of how we're escaping these certain situations, man. He's going to be humiliated when he comes with his lies and this bullshit. The Most High is not standing for Esau. Ain't nobody mediating for YAHAWASHI ain't in the heavens mediating for Esau. He mediating for us, man. He is our high priest in the heavens, man. He up there working on our behalf, not on Esau's behalf. Esau is not going to be justified in the shit he's about to bring forth. Esau is about to be found guilty, man. How do we know? Because that's what's written. It says what? Anyone who opposes you will die and come to nothing. That includes Esau, and that includes 2/3 of our people who are going to side with Esau, man. The Most High says they are going to die and come to nothing, man. And that's exactly what it's going to be. That's what it's going to be, man. It ain't going to be nothing other than that. This is why it's so important for us to go into the history. And that's why the apostles always say, you can't understand the mystery unless you understand the history, man. Go into the history and look at all the things the Most High has promised our forefathers, man. And how he brought all those things to pass. The Most High is doing the same things right here through the mouth of the prophets for us in these last times. So he can bring all these things to pass. You just have to believe, man. And it's going to happen. Oh, man, let me get my favorite scripture, man. Let me get my favorite scripture, man. This is Numbers 23:19. And this is my favorite scripture, man. Numbers 23:19. The Most High is not a man that he should lie, neither the Son of Man that he should repent. Have he said, and shall he not do it? Or have he spoken, and shall he not make it good? So everything the Most High has ever spoken has been brought to pass, man. If the Most High said he was going to do something, he always did it, or always does it. So when it comes to us being defended from our enemies, and the Most High is telling us, hey, I got y'all, I'm going to help you, I'm going to strengthen you, and I'm going to destroy your enemies from before you, that's what's going to happen, man. The Most High has never lied before. Why would he start lying now? It's impossible for the Most High to lie, as it tells you in Hebrews chapter 6. You see? Matter of fact, let's make sure I said the right book on that. Hebrews 6, if I ain't mistaken. Yup. Man, let's get 13. Just to show you. This is what the Apostle Paul is quoting right here. You see? Something that's going all the way back to our forefather Abraham and the promise the Most High made unto him, and the promise that he brought to pass, man. You see? Hebrews 6:13 says what? For when the Most High made promise to Abraham, because he could swear by no greater, he swore by himself. So everything that is happening for us, the Most High swore with an oath unto our forefather Abraham, and then he swore on himself that he was going to bring these things to pass, man. The Most High basically said, on me, I'm going to bring this to pass. I put that on me that I'm going to do these things, man. And this is what you see happening right around you. The Most High fulfilling those oaths and those promises that he made unto our forefathers so long ago. That's what's happening. You see, the Most High is doing this for what? For his great name's sake, because he made a promise that he was going to do it. Hebrews 6:14 saying, surely blessing I will bless thee, and multiplying I will multiply thee. And so, after he had patiently endured, he obtained the promise. For men verily swear by the greater, and an oath for confirmation is to them an end of all strife. Wherein the Most High, willing more abundantly to show unto the heirs of promise, which is who? Which is us. We are the heirs of promise, man. The immutability of his counsel confirmed it by an oath. And when you go into our word immutability, immutability goes into what? Unchanging over time or unable to be changed. So the Most High's counsel is immutable, man. It doesn't change. Micah 3:6. For I am YAHAWAH, and I change not. Therefore, ye sons of Jacob, ye heirs of promise, are not consumed. You see? So it says what? Wherein the Most High willing more abundantly to show unto the heirs of promise the immutability of his counsel, confirmed it by an oath. that by two immutable things in which it was impossible for the Most High to lie. It's impossible for the Most High to lie. So if the Most High is telling us don't fear, he's going to help us. That's what he meant. That by two immutable things in which it was impossible for the Most High to lie, we might have a strong consolation, who have fled for refuge to lay hold upon the hope set before us. And what was that hope? The Lord Yahawashi, as it goes on to tell you in verses 19 and 20. And it's all about that faith in the Lord Yahawashi, man. So going back, we start wrapping it up. Was 11? Yep, Isaiah 41 and 11. Behold, all they that were incensed against thee shall be ashamed and confounded. If the Most High said it, he's going to do it. They shall be as nothing, and they that strive with thee shall perish. Though thou seek them, thou shalt seek them, and shalt not find them, even them that contended with thee. And they that war against thee shall be as nothing, and as a thing of naught. Do you hear it, man? Isaiah 41 and 12. This is what we got to cleave unto. This is what's about to happen for to our enemies, man. They're about to be beat the fuck down by Yahweh, bahasham, Yahawashi, just like every other time he came to save us, man. Isaiah 41 and what was that? 14 or 12 NLT. You will look in vain for those who try to conquer you. Those who attack you will come to nothing. And that's exactly what's about to happen when Esau rolls upon us, man. You see? That's exactly what's going to happen. You see? And why is that? It's because right here it tells you, Isaiah 59 and 19, that what? So shall they fear the name of Yahweh bahasham Yahawashi from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of Yahweh bahasham Yahawashi shall lift up a standard against him. You see that? That's what's going to happen when these damn devils finally decide to roll. Now, they're going to grab some of us up and take us to FEMA camps or whatever it may be. But you're there for the glorification of the Lord. Whatever situation it may be, you're there to glorify Yahweh bahasham Yahawashi. You see, but that standard is going to be lifted for the men of the Lord, man. We are going to be defended. The Most High is going to work marvelous miracles on our behalf, man. It's coming. And and it's going to be greater than anything the Most High has ever done in the earth, man. To the point to where the Most High is going to give men the ability to fly and to control the elements. The Most High is going to allow these angels that's always around us to finally appear in the physical form and be whooping ass, man. These are the type of things that are about to happen when these motherfuckers come up against us, man. Them coming up against us is going to activate the next stage of prophecy and that standard being lifted, man. So we have none to fear. So it goes on to say, verse 13, for I, Yahweh bahasham Yahawashi, thy power, will hold thy right hand, saying unto thee, fear not, I will help thee. Fear not, thou worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel. I will help thee, saith Yahweh bahasham Yahawashi, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. This is a promise from the Lord. And that's a commandment. Fear not. Just like he told Joshua right before we went into the land of Canaan to take it over. He says what? Let's get it real quick. What did he tell Joshua? Because that didn't just apply to Joshua. That applies to us as well. I think that's 1 in 8. No. Yep, verse 9. It's like it. Joshua 1 and 9. And where did it go? Have not I commanded thee? Be strong and of a good courage. Be not afraid, neither be thou dismayed. For Yahweh bahasham Yahawashi, thy power is with thee whithersoever thou goest. You see, and he's with us now, man. You see, by way of the Lord Yahawashi. The Most High is going to defend us, man. He promised. He's going to defend us. And I think that's it, man. That's the point. Yeah, that's the point. The Most High is going to defend us, man. So yeah, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be chaotic in this flesh. But we have to keep these things in mind. That's why I tell you in Isaiah 33:6 that wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. The fear of YAHAWAH is his treasure. So that's what we got to continue to cleave unto. You know, it's gonna look like we are gonna be overcome or whatever it may be. But at the end of the day, we have the greatest powers on our side, man. The Heavenly Father and the Heavenly Father YAHAWAH and his only begotten Son Yahawashi, and they have promised to help us as it is written, man, and it will be brought to pass. Hey, so with that, man, I'm gonna give all praise, all honor, all glory to YAHAWAH, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, qadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth according to the Bible through the spirit and power of YAHAWAH, bahasham, Yahawashi, and a sincere peace and salutation to all you hopefully let Akim out there, pushing his word in all truth and sincerity, doing the work as YAHAWAH, bahasham, Yahawashi has created us to do. And with that, I'm going to say shalom, wa, and abba.